meeting the island of provocative single women waiting desperately for men. Nestled in the embrace of the vast Pacific Ocean, Nauru, a tiny island as small as a grain of sand, carries with it a rich and mysterious cultural history. This place, like a precious gem, attracts tourists and explorers with its unique beauty. Once praised as the richest nation on Earth, it takes only 25 minutes to drive around the entire island, where everyone knows each other. Nauru is the third smallest country in the world, larger only than Monaco and Vatican City, but it holds countless wonders that make visitors curious and eager to explore. More than 90% of Nauru's population struggles with obesity, an astounding figure. The island is also world famous for its bodybuilding gym culture, where women possess unique, powerful beauty that can leave you astonished. Join us on a journey to explore Nauru, a place promising incredibly new and unforgettable experiences. Number 15. The beauty of Nauruan women. Nauru, a small island nation in the Pacific, is not only known for its unique culture, but also attracts visitors with the beauty of its women. Nauruan women possess distinctive features, deeply marked by nature and local culture. A radiant smile is a characteristic beauty of Nauruan women. That smile is like a brilliant sun, bringing joy and warmth to everyone they meet. Their smiles come not only from friendliness, but also from pride in their culture and traditions. Nauruan women have healthy tan skin, thick, glossy black hair, and big, sparkling eyes. Their beauty is not only captivating, but also graceful and gentle. They often appear in colorful traditional costumes, enhancing their inherent beauty. Nauruan women are not only beautiful, but also possess gentle souls and kind virtues. They're always cheerful, optimistic, and ready to help others. They preserve Nauru's cultural traditions and are an inspiration for future generations. The beauty of Nauruan women is not just in their appearance, but also in their inequalities. They are strong, independent women who know how to appreciate life. They are the pride of Nauruan people and an indispensable part of the cultural mosaic of this island nation. Many of these women are single and desperately seeking boyfriends because they are not interested in the local men. However, in Nauru, public nudity is generally not allowed, and there are no nude beaches on the island. Although public nudity is uncommon, Nauru has a strong cultural tradition of body art and makeup. Traditional ceremonies and dances often involve body painting and elaborate costumes, showcasing the island's rich cultural heritage. What do you think of Nauruan women? Share your thoughts below. Number 14. Once the richest nation in the world, thanks to bird droppings. Nauru once had the highest GDP in the world in the early 1980s, but by 2017, it was among the poorest countries. Nauru's economy depended on phosphate mines derived from seabird droppings. The island of Nauru was formed from seabird droppings over millions of years, creating thick, pure phosphate deposits. Phosphate is a valuable material for producing fertilizers and chemicals, attracting mining companies' attention in the early 20th century. From the 1930s, Nauru began mining phosphate, bringing enormous income to the island nation. Nauruan people enjoyed a high standard of living with free healthcare, education, and welfare services. Nauru became the country with the highest per capita GDP in the world in the 1970s. The Nauruan government used phosphate profits to purchase expensive real estate both domestically and internationally, including cruise ships, airplanes, and hotels. They also indulged in luxury goods and invested in inefficient business projects. Reckless phosphate mining caused environmental pollution and destroyed natural landscapes. Worse, Nauru did not invest in developing other economic sectors besides phosphate mining. When this resource gradually depleted in the 1990s, Nauru plunged into severe economic crisis. The economy collapsed, unemployment rose, and Nauruan people faced many living difficulties. Nauru became one of the world's poorest countries, with deteriorating infrastructure, insufficient healthcare services, and high crime rates. However, wastefulness and financial mismanagement led to severe consequences. Not long after the main phosphate reserves depleted, Nauru plunged into severe economic crisis. The nation's economy collapsed, unemployment rose, and the people faced many living difficulties. Number 13. The highest obesity rate in the world. Nauru, a small island nation in the Pacific, is dubbed as having the highest obesity rate in the world, with over 90% of adults being overweight or obese. This condition is a serious public health issue, affecting the lives and longevity of Nauruan people. There are many reasons for the high obesity rate in Nauru. Unhealthy eating habits are the main cause of obesity in Nauru. People consume a lot of processed foods, sweets, sugary drinks, and few vegetables, fruits, and fish. A sedentary lifestyle also significantly contributes, with many working in the phosphate mining industry, using personal vehicles widely, and spending much time in passive recreational activities. Besides, the sedentary lifestyle also contributes significantly to obesity. Many Nauruans work in the phosphate mining industry, requiring little physical activity. The widespread use of personal vehicles and leisure time, often spent watching TV or playing video games, limit physical activity. Obesity in Nauru causes many serious health problems, including cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, hypertension, and some cancers. These diseases lead to high mortality rates and place a heavy burden on Nauru's healthcare system. Apart from obesity, Nauru faces other public health issues such as alcohol and tobacco abuse. Widespread alcohol and tobacco consumption lead to kidney problems, circulatory disorders, and diabetes. There is also malnutrition. Although obesity is prevalent, a portion of the Nauruan population still lacks essential micronutrients. Poor sanitation and lack of clean water make Nauru prone to infectious diseases like diarrhea and malaria. The Nauruan government has been implementing various measures to address obesity. Nutritional education programs are deployed to raise awareness about healthy eating habits. Physical exercise activities are encouraged to increase physical activity for the people. However, tackling obesity in Nauru is a major challenge requiring joint efforts from both the government and the people. Long-term changes in eating habits and lifestyle are needed to move towards a healthier and happier Nauruan community. What do you think about the obesity rate in Nauru? Comment on your opinions below. Number 12. The traditional sport of bird catching. The most popular sport in Nauru is Australian rules football. A 12-team league operates domestically, and Australian rules football is a well-loved spectator sport. Nauru has competed internationally in Australian rules football at the Arafura Games, the Australian Football International Cup, and the Barassi International Youth Tournament. The national team, the Chiefs, ranked 8th at the 2002 International Cup and won the gold medal at the Arafura Games. The Nauru national basketball team gained worldwide attention at the 1969 South Pacific Games by defeating the Solomon Islands, which has a population 60 times that of Nauru, and Fiji, which has a population as 100 times as that of Nauru. Nauruans also play soccer, softball, tennis, rowing, swimming, and golf. There are only a few sports facilities in Nauru. The only stadium in Yeren is outdated and does not meet international standards. A larger, more modern sports stadium is under construction in Maneng, but the project has stalled due to a lack of funds. A traditional sport involves catching birds as they return from feeding at sea at sunset. Men stand on the beach ready to throw their lassos. The Norion lasso is a supple rope with a weight concentrated at the end. When a bird flies by, they throw the lasso up. It strikes or wraps around the bird, and then falls, allowing the birds to be caught and kept as pets. Nauru is working to develop its sports infrastructure to meet the growing needs of its people. The new modern sports stadium being built promises to host many significant national and international sporting events in the future. Number 11. Australia uses Nauru as a refugee detention camp. To prevent bankruptcy, Nauru imported asylum seekers from Australia. These refugee camps have been likened to hell on earth with poor living conditions, abuse, and severe human rights violations. Established in 2001, Nauru's refugee camps were initially designed to temporarily hold asylum seekers arriving in Australia by sea. Over time, these camps became indefinite detention centers for thousands of refugees, including children, women, and the elderly. Living conditions in the Nauru refugee camps are extremely poor. Refugees live in cramped, inadequate rooms with insufficient clean water and food. They frequently face insect and rodent infestations and various health problems. In addition to the poor living conditions, refugees endure severe abuse and human rights violations. Reports have shown numerous instances of sexual abuse, physical and mental violence by security personnel. They are also deprived of their freedom and access to adequate medical care, and education is limited. Inspiration and hopelessness pervade the refugees in the camps. Many have attempted suicide or tried to escape. The existence of the Nauru refugee camps has faced strong criticism from the international community. The United Nations and human rights organizations have repeatedly called on Australia to close these camps and ensure that refugees' rights are respected. Number 10. Nauru has no official capital. Most countries have a capital city, but there are exceptions. Some countries, like Bolivia, have 2 capitals. South Africa is the only country with 3 capitals: Pretoria Administrative, Cape Town Legislative, and Bloemfontein Judicial. Nauru, on the other hand, has no official capital. Some sources suggest that Yaren is the capital of this island nation, but Yaren is just a district where government offices are concentrated, covering an area of 1.5 square kilometers. Nauru International Airport is also located in Yaren. Nauru has no military, only a police station, fire station, bank, and school. The University of the South Pacific has a campus here, providing educational opportunities for the entire region. Nauruans are friendly, cheerful, and have a strong sense of patriotism. Australia is responsible for the island's security, as reflected by the frequent display of the national flag. Nauru has 4 cities: Manang, Yaren, Buada, and Anabar. Yaren is the largest city and acts as the de facto capital, housing many government offices. Number 8. Nauru, the world's smallest and least visited island nation. Nestled in the vast Pacific Ocean, Nauru, a tiny island nation with an area of just 21 square kilometers, intrigues visitors with its uniqueness, distinct mysteries. Known as the world's smallest island nation, it attracts tourists with its unique experiences in a tumultuous history. Despite its modest size, Nauru doesn't offer a wide variety of tourist attractions like other countries. However, this island provides visitors with unique experiences that are hard to find elsewhere. Nauru is the smallest island nation in Micronesia in the South Pacific. With such a small area, tourists can drive around the entire bean-shaped island in about 30 minutes, or walk it in less than a day. The island is home to only about 10,000 residents and receives just over 800 visitors annually. Nauru declared its independence in 1968. It has no rivers, no World Heritage sites, just 30 kilometers of road, and nearly 4 kilometers of old railway tracks built by the government for phosphate mining in 1907. Despite its challenges, Nauru always welcomes visitors with hospitality and friendliness. Nauruans are famous for their bright smiles and warm hospitality. Visitors here will have the opportunity to experience the unique culture of Nauru, participate in vibrant traditional festivals, and enjoy the island's distinctive cuisine. Number 7. Bring cash when you visit Nauru. The small island nation in the Pacific Ocean, though rarely visited, has a unique culture and many interesting things to explore. If you are looking for a distinctive and memorable travel destination, Nauru has local markets with restaurants, shops, and supermarkets. However, since most goods are imported, prices are quite high. Visitors should exchange cash before coming here because there are only a few ATMs which often run out of money. Nauru has 3 hotels: Chappelle Partners, AA Lodge Odino, and Menon Hotel, all offering a warm welcome and comfortable options for tourists. Despite its small size, Nauru has many attractions for visitors, such as the mysterious Makwa Caves, the peaceful Anabar Bay, the picturesque Buada Lagoon, and more. Nauru, blessed by nature, provides unique and unforgettable experiences for tourists. Number 6. Facebook was once banned in Nauru. Nauru has internet connectivity, but Facebook was banned for 3 years, starting in 2015 to combat crime and protect children from sexual predators. This ban was lifted in 2018. The Republic of Nauru, one of the world's smallest nations, imposed the ban on the social network with over 1.44 billion users for censorship reasons. The ban was part of the Nauru government's plan to censor websites with pornographic content and other internet dangers that could affect children. However, some opinions suggest that the Facebook ban was politically motivated, according to IBC Australia. The Nauru government feared that the world's largest social network could become a medium for social protests. Number 5. Unique cuisine with delicious seafood. Fishing has been an integral part of the lives of the people of Nauru for centuries. They use traditional methods to catch young milkfish during the harvest season, then transfer them to ponds and brackish lagoons on the island for nurturing. Fishing not only provides a bountiful food source, but is also deeply connected to the customs and beliefs of the local people. For tourists who love culinary exploration, Nauru is an ideal destination to enjoy fresh and unique seafood dishes. With an abundance of fish from tuna, grouper and flounder to lobster, crab and octopus, visitors can experience a variety of dishes prepared in many ways, such as grilling, steaming, boiling, stir-frying, and braising. One specialty of Nauru that visitors should not miss is coconut fish. This dish is prepared by marinating fresh fish in rich coconut milk, then wrapping it in banana leaves, and either grilling or steaming it. The delicate sweetness of the fish blends with the richness of the coconut milk and the faint aroma of banana leaves, creating a very sophisticated culinary experience. In addition, visitors can enjoy other attractive dishes such as tuna sashimi, grilled lobster, herring crab, and palusami, a dish made from taro leaves cooked with coconut milk and chicken or fish. Another delicacy is gaga, a dish made from octopus cooked with coconut, ginger, onions, and tomatoes. For dessert, toddy banana coconut is a delicious option made from bananas, coconut, and toddy, a fermented drink from coconut palm sap. Nauruan cuisine is not only about delicious food, but also a crystallization of the island's long-standing culture and history. Each dish carries its own story, containing traditional values and the pride of the local people. Number 4. Nauru's achievement in weightlifting. Instead of being overwhelmed by health concerns, the people of Nauru have turned this disadvantage into an advantage in the field of sports, especially weightlifting. Nauru's journey to global recognition in weightlifting was not easy. Marcus Stephen, the country's pioneering athlete, initially received a scholarship to Australia to play football. However, after failing in this sport, he discovered his true passion: weightlifting. Marcus persevered in pursuing his passion, founding the Nauru Weightlifting Association and gaining recognition from the Commonwealth Games Federation and the International Olympic Committee. Thanks to his talent and relentless effort, Marcus won 7 gold medals and 6 silver medals at the Commonwealth Games from 1994 to 2002, becoming Nauru's pride. Marcus's success inspired the younger generation of Nauru to pursue weightlifting. Nauru gradually became a weightlifting powerhouse, with many athletes achieving impressive results in international competitions. Besides weightlifting, Nauruans also have a passion for other sports like football, tennis, golf, and swimming. Although the national football team has not achieved the same success as the weightlifting team, they still participate in international tournaments such as the International Youth Tournament, the Barassi International Cup, and the Arafura Games. Number 3. History of Nauru. Nauru was once a peaceful paradise inhabited by Micronesian and Polynesian people. However, the tranquility of the island was shattered on November 8, 1798, when the British ship Snow Hunter passed by. The arrival of the ship drew the attention of the Nuriam people, who were gentle and friendly. They welcomed Captain John Fenney and his crew with bright smiles and joy. The island's beauty, with its white sandy beaches, vibrant coral reefs, warm sea breezes, and hospitable people, deeply impressed Captain Fenney. He named the island Pleasant Island, marking the end of its peaceful era. The discovery of Nauru quickly attracted the attention of migrants from Australia and other British colonies. They brought with them violence, social vices, guns, and alcohol, trading these for food and water. These disruptions broke the peace between the 12 tribes on the island. In 1878, during a wedding, a chief was killed by a member of a rival tribe with a gun. Revenge became common, traditional conflict resolution methods were abandoned, and people began to slaughter each other. The once peaceful island turned into a bloody battlefield. In 1888, after a decade of brutal civil war that claimed the lives of 1/3 of the population, about 1,400 people, Nauru was annexed by Germany. The Germans confiscated the warriors' guns, restored King Ea to the throne, and renamed the island from Pleasant to Nauru. In 1900, phosphate was discovered on the island. The British Pacific Phosphate Company began mining this mineral, leading to severe environmental destruction. After World War I, Nauru was administered by Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. Nauru's governance changed again during World War II, when Japan occupied the island. The Nauruian people suffered greatly under the brutal Japanese rule, including enduring relentless bombings that devastated much of the island. Today, Nauru is still grappling with the legacy of its past. The environment is heavily damaged, the economy relies on phosphate mining, and society is plagued by issues such as domestic violence, addiction, and suicide. However, the people of Nauru continue to strive to build a better future for their country. After World War II ended, Nauru became a trust territory administered by Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. However, the people of Nauru longed for independence. On January 31, 1968, after years of struggle, they achieved independence, becoming the world's smallest republic and a sovereign nation with representation and a voice at the United Nations. Number 2. Queen Elizabeth II visited this island. The official language of Nauru is Nauruan, spoken by the majority of the population. English is also widely used, with over 60% of the population able to communicate in it. Additionally, some minority languages like Kiribati and Chinese are spoken by a small segment of the population. Despite its small size, Nauru has welcomed many famous figures in history, including Queen Elizabeth II, who visited the island in 1982. Visitors can walk across Nauru in just 8 hours. The island's unique shape, resembling a bean, makes traveling around quite interesting. Tourists can easily come across Nauru International Airport while strolling, as it is the island's only airport. The healthcare system in Nauru is also quite simple. The Republic of Nauru Hospital is the nation's main healthcare facility, established in 1999 through the merger of 2 former hospitals. Nauru provides a universal healthcare system, ensuring that all citizens receive free medical treatment. Number 1. Nauru once had a railway. The Naru Railway, once a source of pride for this small island nation, now exists only in memories and old photographs. Though it existed for only a brief period, this railway played a significant role in Nauru's economic and social development. Built in 1907 by the British Phosphate Mining Company, the Naru Railway was 15.5 kilometers long and used to transport phosphate ore from mining sites to the harbor. The railway included 2 main tracks, a branch line, and several stations for refueling and unloading goods. The Nauru Railway operated for over 80 years, contributing to the economic growth of the island nation. Nauru was once one of the wealthiest countries in the world, thanks to the phosphate mining industry. However, the phosphate industry declined in the 1990s, leading to the closure of the railway in 1998. Today, some sections of the railway tracks and remnants of the station still exist on Nauru. These relics serve as reminders of a bygone era when Nauru was a bustling phosphate mining center. Although it exists only in memories, the Nauru Railway remains an important part of the island's history and culture. It symbolizes Nauru's rapid economic development in the 20th century and the challenges the nation faced after the decline of the phosphate industry. Preserving the remaining relics of the Nauru Railway is crucial for maintaining the history and culture of the island nation. It also serves as a reminder to future generations of the impacts of natural resource exploitation on the environment and society. So we have explored 21 fascinating things about Brazil. What are your thoughts on this country? And would you like to visit Brazil to experience it yourself? Please remember to comment and share your thoughts with me. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos. See you in the next videos.